So you're looking for muscle gain. You have the training component covered and you also have the diet component covered. So we won't go through that. You know what you're doing there. But what about the supplements? Because that can make a big difference to your muscle gain results. That's where I come in and can help explain the muscle building basics behind supplementation. Let's start with a pre-workout. If you've ever taken one before, you'll know you'll get a better workout. They've got ingredients that'll open up blood vessels, provide more oxygen, nutrients, and glucose to the working muscles, as well as remove more waste through bigger pipes. You've got ingredients like beta-alanine, which gives you the tingles under the skin. It'll strip lactic acid and help with explosive power. This is important, the lactic acid component, because if we have too much lactic acid in our muscle, we can't actually make that physical muscle contraction. If we can buffer it out with the beta-alanine in here, we can get more reps, more strength, more power, more adaptation, more muscle growth. We also have ingredients like caffeine, which will give you energy to increase output as well. So when you put them all together, a pre-workout is an amazing way to get more power and strength that will lead to better training sessions in the gym and more muscle growth. Betaine, otherwise known as TMG or trimethylglycine. It's a methyl donor. Basically, it helps with methylation and donating more methyl groups for that process to occur. Clinical studies have shown it will increase strength and power for those training at the gym. Beta-alanine just by itself. Now we've already talked about why it was such a great ingredient to have in a pre-workout, but as mentioned, it helps with explosive power, hits the nerve endings to cause that tingling sensation, but it helps with explosive power and speeds up reaction time as well. But as mentioned, it'll strip lactic acid, meaning that you'll get more reps onto your sets, which will lead to more output at the gym, therefore more muscle gain in response to that extra stimulus. A good testosterone booster will boost your natural testosterone levels, but not just leave it there. Will unbind that testosterone so you can absorb it better and make the receptors that the testosterone activates more sensitive to actually activate the signal more effectively. So it's increasing test, unbinding it and absorbing it better. That's what a good test booster will do. Why will that help with muscle gain? First of all, the anabolic signaling that a testosterone booster will give you tells the muscles to increase protein synthesis or put more protein into muscle and get bigger muscle. Especially when you're training at the gym, testosterone will activate more protein synthesis in addition to that stimulus from the gym, creating more muscle gain again. And just by itself, testosterone activates muscle and provides more strength, so you can press more at the gym. So you're getting so many different avenues for muscle growth, from increased strength, better output and more protein synthesis, causing more muscle growth. And that's why a test booster is fantastic to have if you're looking to put on more muscle. Creatine. It's the most tried and tested supplement in the world behind caffeine, so technically it's second, and we know it genuinely works. So a lot of people are under the misconception that creatine just helps by adding more water weight and maybe more hydraulic pressure in muscles. That's not the case. What it will do is it will restore a molecule in your muscle called ATP, which stands for adenosine triphosphate. When making those medium to heavy muscle contractions at the gym, ATP is a molecule responsible for braking and releasing energy to be able to make that movement. So if we put creatine in our system, suddenly someone who's doing 8 reps of 80 kilos on the bench is quickly doing 10 reps of 100 kilos on the bench because they've got more intramuscular energy to extend and expend during their session. This will lead to greater adaptation because there's more force and weight going through the body. The body needs to adapt by growing more muscle, and that is how creatine will help with power and strength and lead to more muscle gain. Protein, the number one supplement you can take for muscle gain. When we're trying to build a bigger, stronger house, the bricks of that house is protein. If we don't have bricks, we can't build the house. If we don't have protein, we can't build the muscle. Protein becomes muscle. When you have a high quality protein that's quickly absorbed with amino acids ratioed perfectly for muscle recovery, like this guy, taking it after the gym will massively improve protein synthesis and have you putting on so much more muscle from your hard training sessions than if you didn't have a fast working protein powder after your training. It's a no-brainer. It's the number one product to take supplement-wise for muscle gain. Glutamine. It's my favorite supplement in the world. It's cheap, it's tasteless. You pop a teaspoon in every protein powder that you have and it'll make the protein build more muscle. How does it do this? If we're trying to build a bigger, stronger house, the bricks of that house is protein, but the man that lays those bricks is glutamine. So when you're training at the gym and you're sore the next day, it's because you've created hypertrophy tears in the muscle tissue or little tears. Glutamine is the amino acid responsible for grabbing protein and layering it over the top of those tears, creating more muscle gain. We don't make enough glutamine to actually help optimize recovery from the gym, which is why we need to supplement with it. When you do, you'll notice you'll be less sore. Doesn't mean you've trained any less harder, it means you've recovered. And if you've recovered, you've grown muscle tissue. It is my favorite supplement in the world. The 3 supplements that I would recommend before any other supplements for muscle gain would be glutamine, protein, and creatine. The cheapest way to get the biggest bang for your buck from big gym sessions, and then the rest of these can come in if we're really looking to push muscle gain to the next level. I hope you've learned something out of this, guys. If you do have any questions, just pop a question underneath this video and we'd be happy to answer any specific questions that you do have. I've enjoyed this. I'll chat to you next time.